Kia ora guys, welcome to another flip video. Today we're learning to understand the place value system. Think about this. When can the digit 6 be of a greater value than the digit 7? Alright, time to unpack some vocab. What is a number? A number represents an amount of something. For example, there are 5 people in my family. Another example, we have 24 Chromebooks in our classroom. Another example, there are 430 students at Asher School. Numbers represent amounts. So what is a digit? A digit is any number from 0 through to 9. We use digits to help us write numbers. The number below is 943. That is a single number. 943 is one number, however, it is made up of 3 digits. It is made up of the 9's digit, the 4 digit, and the 3's digit. That one number is made up of 3 digits. Moving on. What is place value? Place value helps us understand how many things there are. Remember, a number is an amount, while place value helps us understand what that amount is or how many there are. It is based on the number 10, and every time you go left up the place value column chart, you get 10 times bigger. For example, we have the ones column, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, the 10,000s, the 100,000s, the millions, the 10 millions, and 100 millions. All of these columns here, the orange, the yellow, and the green, are dealing with whole numbers. And every time you move to the left one, you are going 10 times greater, or multiplying the column before it by a factor of 10. For example, if I had 1, 1, and I multiply that by a factor of 10, I would then have 10. If I had 10 and I multiplied it by a factor of 10, I would then have 100. If I have 100 and I multiplied it by a factor of 10, I would then have 1,000, and so on and so on. Every time you move up the chart, you are going 10 times greater. And every time you move to the right of the chart, you are going 10 times smaller. You are dividing by 10. So if I have $1,000 and I divide that by 10, I would then have 100. If I have $100 and I divide that by 10, I would then have $10. And if I have $10 and I divide that by 10, I would then have $1. So now we move over to the blue area in our place value chart. You can see here we have a decimal point. Anything to the right of the decimal point, you are dealing with parts of a whole, so less than 1. The tenths column. The tenths column represents 1/10 of a whole. So imagine one whole, break it up into 10 equal parts. A tenth is one of those equal parts. If we move right again, the hundredths column. That is 10 times smaller than a tenth. So imagine one whole, break that up into 100 tiny parts, all of equal size. A hundredth is one of those equal parts. Moving to the right again, thousandths. Imagine one whole, breaking that up into 1,000 equal parts. A thousandth is one of those equal parts. So anything to the right of the decimal point is part of a whole. We have tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Moving on to expanding numbers. In this example, we have 24.86. We have 4 digits in this number, and they are all very important. In the tens column, we have the digit 2. In the ones column, we have the digit 4. We then have our decimal point. And when we are to the right of the decimal point, we are dealing with less than a whole, or part of a whole. So in the tenths column, we have 8. And in the hundredths column, we have 6. So we have 8 tenths and 6 hundredths. And if I was going to write this number in expanded form, it would be 20, because I have 2 tens, plus 4, because I have 4 ones. Then I would plus 0.8, because I have 8 tenths. So I need to write the 0, the point, and then the 8. The reason why we have to write 0.8 there instead of just 8 is because the decimal point lets us know we're dealing with less than one whole. or part of a whole. And the fact that it is in the tenths column lets us know that it is 8 tenths. Moving on to the 6, which is in the hundredths column, I have 6 hundredths, so then I have to write plus 0.06. Alright guys, that's how you write a number in expanded form. For example, if it was 15.12, I would write I'd write 10 plus 5 plus 0.1 plus 0.02. Alright guys, thanks for listening. Looking forward to catching up with you. Cheers.